Some of them wearing ANC regalia have disrupted the launch of Peter-Louis Myburgh's book, Gangster State, at Sandton City. The protesters have ripped off copies of the book and are holding up posters that say #HandsOffAce. The book details alleged corrupt activities by the ANC's Secretary General Ace Magashule. Let's cross to eNCA's Lindo Tulu now, who is at the bookstore. Lindo, tell us what is happening where you are, which is outside the bookstore where the launch was supposed to happen.
Who's this thing?
Well, Voya, you are right. We are at the exclusive books here in Sandton, and that is where a demonstration has erupted. We understand that this is against the book, which was about the SG of the ANC, Ace Magashule. But I have here part of the demonstrators, Thabo, who is the one who's going to explain to me just what exactly this protest is about. Thabo, take me through it. Why are you guys here in Sandton City, exclusive books? What is it that you want? You are picketing.
Right, basically the reason why we're at Sandton City, it is because we have ran tired of all the propaganda that are perpetrated against the Africans, in particular those who comes from the African National Congress, that as and when they get to come and embark on the national issues such as that touches on economy, we get to have them getting to be concocted with very negativity that gets to go through around the world, that gets to be seen our leaders as criminals. We have had Stratcom where Vic McPherson got to confess after Mama Winnie Mandela died that they actually had been coming up with fake news and everything else because she was trying to liberate the Africans. Now it did not just end with Mama Winnie Mandela, it still continues to this date and time, and we are saying because these are the real people who get to embark on issues that affect us as the Africans, we stand and we support them to anywhere else. We are fearless, and we are saying not in our time, it cannot be repeated like it happened during apartheid.
I understand what you are saying here, and a lot of people, of course, have issues against what is happening. You call it propaganda at this stage. Ace Magashule himself, in an interview with one of my colleagues, Samgelo Masego, said he will be challenging it in court. But what you are doing here in terms of coming to the store and picketing, isn't that, wasn't it better to just wait for the SG to actually take it to court?
No. You see, the media, it has a problem in itself because media would want to try and broadcast things that always come against the blacks. Now, this is our way of saying, even the media, we're not impressed anymore on how it operates. Because in a way, it always gets to target the people who comes from the ANC. There might be many other things that gets to be on the evade. You would say in Pretoria, for an example, there in Tshwane, we had the person who'd been the mayor there, who'd been alleged of corruption. Media had not been doing that covering. Now we're saying, because we know that Peter Myburgh, the floor of on the shelf, the book that had been sold and everything else, it got to be so high that we get to come here to say, whilst he come and concoct as if everything is all good and actually been against the Ace Magashule, we are here to say, no, we are aware of your propaganda, we're saying down with it. So call it picketing, it is still fine. It is our way of also voicing out to saying we are protecting the very ones of our own.
Let's talk now. Let's talk now. Sorry, Babasi, we will be out of here as soon as possible. Let's talk about the fact that there have been damning allegations against some of your leaders.
Sorry.
There have been damning allegations against most of your leaders in the top 6. When I talk about Nomvula Mokonyane, when I talk about Batabile Dlamini, all of those people, the fact that there have been allegations against those, do you believe that the top 6 of the ANC is in fact as clean enough for you to come and defend it here in the picket line?
In fact, you see, we live in a constitutional state. And what constitutional state speaks about it is to say anything that is so alleged against anyone should be brought to the court of law. So anyone else who so believe and so powerfully have those allegations that they get to bring on media, let them go to court. Let them take the evidence to court. Anyone else will account. That's the proper way of going about it.
But there's also a media freedom, right? And freedom of speech for media practitioners to actually calm down. There's also media freedom, right, to actually air these allegations and allow a right of reply. And this is one of the manner in which journalists and writers are able to air. It's well within their right that they write these books. So when you come here, you pick it and you want them to be taken off the shelves. Isn't that against media freedom? Isn't that against the freedom of speech for all of these writers?
The freedom of speech is fine. We do not have a problem with that. What we are having a problem with, it's media to be very selective. In terms of what media gets to bring on board, anything that gets to touch on the economical aspects, the media will not get to come and touch on that. It will always try to protect. All the times it gets to be all the propaganda and nothing else.
All right, Thabo, just very quickly, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to get the books off the shelves, and what will be happening in terms of the plan moving forward? No. What we are here for is that we knew when we come here, you will come. Sure.
It's not that we have prophets. You came actually. And what we are here for is now to come up and have those voices being heard. To say, South Africans, enough is enough. We are not even can be fooled that it's just 30 days or so towards the national general elections and the book it had been released. We get to have the allegations being spoken about of our leaders, but we don't belong to the public courts. We have court of laws where everything else can be prosecuted at. We are saying we're behind the SG of the ANC, and that's it.
All right, we'll leave it at that time. But these are the protesters just behind me, saying that hands off Makashule. And what they are saying is that this is their time to actually defend their leader. And they're saying this is how they will prepare from now on. And they're saying it's quite, quite interesting that at this point in time, towards the election, such things are coming out, and this is the way they'll voice out their opinions.
Linda Gutle being drowned by those protesters who say they back